Enter your text here. The Bourbon Triumvirate refers to three powerful and influential Georgia politicians, all members of the Democratic Party, in the post-Reconstruction era: Joseph E. Brown, Alfred H. Colquitt, and John Brown Gordon. The three men occupied positions as governor of Georgia and senators from Georgia between 1872 and 1890 and exercised dominance over the state politics during this era, although the extent to which the three acted as a cohesive group has been debated. The term Bourbon refers to rulers who are unable to adapt to new situations and who espouse ideas suited for former eras. In the late 1800s, it was applied to Bourbon Democrats who tried to reverse some of the effects of the Reconstruction era. The term triumvirate refers to a group of three individuals who exercise political control. The three men included in the triumvirate, Joseph E. Brown, Alfred H. Colquitt, and John Brown Gordon, were all well-established individuals during the American Civil War, with all three having had political or military experience prior to the Reconstruction era. Brown, the oldest of the three, had served as the governor of Georgia from 1857 to 1865. Alfred H. Colquitt had served as a member of the House of Representatives from 1853 to 1855 and had sought the nomination of the Democratic Party for governor in 1857, losing the nomination to Brown. Additionally, he had served as a member of the Georgia Secession Convention in 1861 and served in the Confederate States Army during the Civil War, rising to the rank of Major General. Gordon, the only member of the triumvirate to not have held political office before the war, served in the Confederate States Army and, like Colquitt, rose to the rank of Major General by the end of the war. Gordon distinguished himself as a formidable leader, and was present at Robert T. Lee's surrender at Appomattox Courthouse. Following the Confederate States of America's loss in the Civil War, the southern United States underwent a period known as the Reconstruction era, which saw an end to American slavery and the plantation system that dominated the South's economy. In the post-war South, the idea of the New South, a more industrialized and agriculturally diverse economy that still upheld white supremacy, took hold. Henry W. Grady, editor of the Atlanta Constitution, was a vocal proponent of the New South. Grady was an important part of the Atlanta ring of prominent citizens who furthered these policies, which included fellow Atlanta Constitution editor Reverend Howell and the three politicians who made up the Bourbon Triumvirate: Brown, Colquitt, and Gordon. The end of the Civil War saw an end to Brown's governorship and Colquitt and Gordon's resignation from military service. Brown briefly joined the Republican Party and was appointed Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Georgia, a post he would hold from 1865 to 1870. Meanwhile, Colquitt returned to planting and became business partners with Gordon in a series of business ventures. In 1868, Gordon ran unsuccessfully for governor of Georgia. However, several years later in 1872, the year often used to note the start of the triumvirate, he was elected to the United States Senate. Despite his mixed business record, 12, he was popular in promoting New South ideas and successfully employed the lost cause of the Confederacy to garner support. He was also regarded during this time as the leader of the Ku Klux Klan in Georgia. In 1876, Colquitt was elected governor of Georgia. He was seen as representing the interests of the established planters in the state, 15, as he had been one of the most successful planters in the state during this era and had served as vice president of the Grange in Georgia during the 1870s. In 1880, Gordon resigned from the Senate, with Colquitt filling his seat with Brown, who was appointed that same year. Brown, who was one of the first millionaires in the state, represented the industrialist elements of the New South ideology.